And welcome today to Circuit de la Sarthe, which is laying host to the Gran Turismo Online Touring Series. Some of the best drivers are set up to have a great race here today in race number 6 of the GTO Touring Series season. And let's get ready to go down to our grid walk, your Mets painting grid walk. What a beautiful race it's going to be here today. The first time that the series has came to this track, and we are now past the midpoint in the season. So as you will see on some cars, if you are still playoff or still championship eligible, you will have a red spoiler, and white windshield banners. As you see, Rashad Metz, Donnie Wu, Trevor Levine, all Miles Johnson, all these cars are still championship eligible, so they will be fighting really hard for these championship points as we come into the closing sections of the season. But let's get down to the grid walk here at Mets Painting Grid Walk. The GTO Weekly Series champion and Northern Isle Speedway champion Miles Johnson won his first career pole today. He has 5 career wins in the Weekly Series, but this is his first career pole in any GTO League events. Won the pole today, so he's looking to keep the car up front. Hopefully he'll have a good run today in that BMW car, that Brownwood Works car, and good luck to him. Rolling off in second spot is Donnie Wu in a BMW this week. He had a lot of speed during practice. Him and Rashad Metz were neck and neck. He's currently sits second place in the points, so he's looking to make up some ground here today. Had a 4th place finish last week at BB Raceway, so he is looking to win today's race and run up front in order to gain some points back and grab the point lead from Rashad Metz. So good luck to Donnie Wu in the BMW. Rolling off in the 3rd spot is Trevor Levine. Put that 08 Jaguar on the 3rd spot for the starting grid of today's race. Hopefully, he's hoping for another good finish here today. He did all right last week at BB Raceway, so hopefully he's looking for a good run here today. No tire or fuel strategy to worry about today. It's just straight up racing, so it's just racing each other, no strategy. Rolling off 4th spot is Rashad Metz in the number 24 car. Rashad Metz is your points leader with 2 wins on the year, and after his worst finish of 4th in the season opener at Northern Isle Speedway, he has not finished outside of the podium for every race after the season opener. So the number 24 car is the one to beat at the moment. He is really hot right now. So look for him to grab his 3rd win of the season here at Sarthe. He is a fast car, and he's looking to pull it up to the front. And rolling off on the 5th spot is Commander Cody, making his first ever GTO Online Touring Series start today. He's a pretty fast number 9 Porsche. He's looking to get her up front real quick. Didn't have the best qualifying effort, but hopefully he can run through the pack, and he believes that he's a very fast car here today. So let's see how he can do. And rolling off 6th is Michael Shoemaker in the Subaru. Michael Shoemaker has not made a start in the GTO Touring Series since he started in the 2nd race of the season way back at Laguna Seca, where he finished 7th. So he's looking to improve in his 2nd ever start, so hopefully he will be able to get a better finish this time around, and the 2nd time is the charm. And that is your Mets Painting Grid Walk. Let's get ready to get this thing started. 6 drivers ready to go up. The number 06 car is going to lead them to the green, and Donnie Wu will be close behind. So let's get ready to get this one underway. 30-minute endurance race, no tire and fuel. This is going to be a fun one. Let's get ready to get this one underway here at Circuit de la Sarthe. And the lights are out. We are green flag racing here at Circuit de la Sarthe, the GTO Touring Series. Miles Johnson dives into turn 1 too wide now. To the outside is Trevor Levine. Miles Johnson going to back up a little bit. 3 wide going to this turn. Oh, they get some And Miles Johnson's gonna go around. We have another spinner already. Miles Johnson went around here. Let's see if we can piece together what happened. Let's see if we can dives into the turn. A lot of traffic there. He ended up checking up there. He checked up there because of the traffic in front of him. Looks like he got hit from behind. Yeah, it looks like he got hit from behind from Commander Cody. An unfortunate start to the race, but it's still a great battle up front. Trevor Levine is your current leader now. Donnie Wu went into the second spot. Here comes Rashad Metz close behind. Commander Cody jumping the air into fourth spot. Rashad Metz starting to work on the back bumper of Donnie Wu. Michael Shoemaker now holds the fifth spot. Mostly single file now as they come onto the long back straightaways here at Sarthe. Let's see who is going to help who out. A lot of bump drafting can help here. And it looks like Rashad Metz, he almost got a good block there. Or Donnie Wu put a block on him side by side. Now really loose by Rashad Metz. He completes the pass though on Donnie Wu. A little tire smoke coming out. We have a car way off in the grass. It's Commander Cody. He's going to fall way behind here. Side by side now for second place. Looks like Rashad Metz is going to give Donnie Wu a push coming down the straightaway. And that push from Donnie Wu, or from Rashad Metz to Donnie Wu, is really going to help them catch the leader here as they come into the second chicane on the backstretch. Now it's really easy for the cars to get really loose through here, as you see a lot of cars going out wide. Trevor Levine still the leader. It's a very long racetrack though, almost the second longest racetrack on the circuit, other than Nuremberg, which will be right after Monza on the schedule. And here we go, a challenge for the leader. Donnie Wu's gonna dive it into the hairpin turn coming off the straightaway. Trevor Levine goes off the track. He's gonna lose a lot of spots here. Donnie Wu is your new leader. Donnie Wu now is in the lead. Rashad Metz close behind. Michael Shoemaker in a career best third place. What a finish it would be today if he can hold on to that podium spot. Miles Johnson has worked his way back up to fourth place after that early race incident. But here comes Trevor Levine working his way back through the field. Rashad Metz getting a good push. Oh, almost in the grass there. Really loose. Oh, really sideways there. He's trying to track down YouTube or Donnie Wu here in the BMW, almost 3 wide behind him. Miles Johnson gets really loose there. Michael Shoemaker goes way out wide, ends up in the grass, but he is able to save it. Rashad Metz still working on tracking down Miles Johnson now in that podium spot, trying to hang on to it, but here comes Trevor Levine in that 08 Jaguar, trying to make a move here. A lot of defensive driving. Miles Johnson did not finish good. Oh, Miles Johnson gets really loose there. Almost goes around. Coming out of the final chicane, he gets another nudge. Now side by side for third spot. Rashad Metz is starting to track down the leaders, or Donnie Wu. But these four fighting really hard back here is definitely going to help those leaders scooch out to of Rashad Metz and Donnie Wu. Is definitely going to help them get a little bit better of a lead. As Donnie Wu has gotten out to a really good lead here over Rashad Metz. Trevor Levine into third spot now. A moment there for Miles Johnson. Miles Johnson looking to rebound. ended up wrecking in the final laps at BB Raceway last week and finished 7th and lost a ton of points in the championship standings. He's still 3rd place, but is now 75 points behind the leader, which is a whole race in points. So he needs to make up some ground here, so he's looking for a solid finish today after a bad finish last week. And look at these 3 cars in a row here trying to help each other out down the straightaway, fan out going into the chicane. And Rashad Metz has caught up with Donnie Wu. Let's see if he'll be able to get enough slipstream coming down the straightaway. Donnie Wu trying to break the slip. Will he be able to do it? Swerving back and forth here. Here, looking back from Trevor Levine. Way off the track goes Miles Johnson. Miles Johnson's going to go around. Another spin by him early. Not off to a good spot. Let's look at what happened here. And it looks like he just entered the corner a little bit too hot here. He's in the middle of that pack there as they were drafting on the straightaway. And it looks as though just dove it in there, got really loose there, and got way out wide, and then got some help from Michael Shoemaker, who was just in the wrong spot. So another spin there. But let's see how ballsy will Rashad Metz try to be in order to catch Donnie Wu here in the early stages of this race. Still a lot of racing here. Only about 5 minutes into the race. And a 1 lap here, it takes about 4 minutes. So this race will be under 10 laps long due to the length of this track. Still hard racing back here between Commander Cody and Michael Shoemaker. Michael Shoemaker doing an excellent job this race so far. And Rashad Metz is right on the bumper of Donnie Wu coming to the turn. Donnie gets a little bit loose there. Rashad Metz able to gain some ground here. Donnie Wu being very aggressive and blocking there. Very aggressive. Right on the bumper. Now this is your battle for the lead in the points. Donnie Wu is in 2nd place and only sits 25 points behind. So Donnie Wu is looking to make up some ground here today. If he can grab his 2nd win of the season. Donnie Wu won the season opener in the Hudson Memorial 125 at Northern Iowa Speedway, but he has not won a race since. Had a huge lead at Spa in the rain, but ended up losing the car and DNFing out of the event. So he is looking for a really good finish here today, trying to gain some points coming into the closing races of the season. These are some of his final chances in order to catch up Rashad to Rashad Metz. And remember, the final race of the season is at Blue Moon, and that's a race that anyone can win. Pack racing track, so the championship race is sure to be an exciting one, but if you're racing for a championship, you do not want to be behind points there and you do not want to be put into a position where you have to make up points at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, because that is a very difficult and a very chaotic race that you can lose a ton of points in the blink of an eye or gain a ton of points in a blink of an eye. So you want to have a nice cushion going into that final race of the championship. And it looks like Rashad Metz is just going to help Donnie Wu. They're trying to gap the rest of the field here. And the 2nd pack there, led by Trevor Levine with Miles Johnson pushing him in the number 06 car. Chewbacca tucked in right behind him. And here they go into the chicane. As long as these two can stay glued together and not make mistakes, they will most definitely gain time on the rest of the pack. A great push here from Miles Johnson now getting a push in that 4th spot by Michael Shoemaker. Looking back now for Miles Johnson's car. Rashad Metz now challenging for the lead, side by side with Donnie Wu. This is the race for the points lead right here. Donnie Wu will need to finish at least 5 spots in front of him to take the lead, but he can gain 5 points per position that he's ahead of Rashad Metz. Rashad Metz gets really loose going to that turn, but he's still able to gain some time somehow. And he sure is wheeling that number 24 Corvette. Oh, what a huge moment there. What a save by Rashad Metz. And Trevor Levine still trying to make up some time. Racing hard back here in the back. The field mostly single file out now. Donnie were able to gain some time back here through the S's. Rashad Metz setting his best lap so far of a 3:53, which is a very fast lap. Trevor Levine still about 6 seconds back. Miles Johnson right behind him, and Commander Cody's made a pass with the top 5 side by side again for the lead here. Aren't battling so hard yet because they know that it's still very, very early in this race. Getting close to the halfway point now, about 12 minutes into this race. Here, the first chicane on the backstretch with Rashad Metz trying to make a move. Side by side, who's going to try to outbrake who going in the chicane? And Rashad Metz is going to complete the pass. The new leader for the GTO Touring Series at Sarthe is Rashad Metz in the number 24. They come to the hairpin, side by side. Oh, contact made between the two, but they're able to both keep it going straight, side by side there. Ooh, moment behind them. And Commander Cody has gone around. Let's see exactly what happened here. Here they come into the chicane. Miles Johnson pushing them. And Miles Johnson just gave him a huge nudge and completely spun out Commander Cody there. They're looking for the front bumper of Miles Johnson. And I think that was completely Miles Johnson's fault there. And still racing hard for the lead now, actually just pushing each other now. Two separate packs here down at Sarthe in the GTO Touring Series. And about 5 drivers are still championship eligible. Or mathematically eligible, so they can still gain enough points to win the championship. Rashad Metz currently sits first, so he's still eligible. Donnie Wu sits second, he is eligible. Miles Johnson sits third, he is eligible. Trevor Levine is eligible as well in the 4th spot. And Javen Tucker, who missed this race, he still should be eligible, but missing this race will definitely hurt his playoff or his championship hopes. He will need to gain a lot more points if he wants to be back in this thing, which is going to be very tough to do here, and with only a few more races to go in the season. Way out wide they both go. Let's check out with the second pack here. Into the chicanes. Nose to tail still now for the lead as we enter the halfway point of the race, around 15 minutes into the race of the 30-minute race here at Circuit de la Sarthe. Side by side again, Donnie looks like he's going to look down to the inside, trying to take the lead, and he's going to be able to do it now in the first chicane on the backstretch. And off some air there from Trevor Levine, and is now fighting with Miles Johnson. Now looking back from the Jaguar of Trevor Levine. A push there from Miles Johnson. And these two have left the pack behind them of drivers the way that they are pushing each other. Both of these cars have great straight line speed, which is helping them out tremendously as they are pushing each other. A lot of bump drafting and tandem drafting, as you might call it. Almost as if it was at an oval race, which the tandem drafting and pushing, mostly probably in a way bigger pack than this, is what you will see in the championship race at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. A lot of pack racing and pushing and drafting there. Still a very tight pack here from third on back. First and second have pulled away from the rest of the field. Trevor Levine still leading the the second pack here. Miles Johnson still holds on to the 4th spot. Michael Shoemaker and Commander Cody has been back and forth for the 5th spot. Donnie Wu now got out to a couple car length lead over Rashad Metz. And around goes Commander Cody. Another incident there. Let's see what happened. And was Miles Johnson involved again as he's right behind him going into the chicanes. And no, he just lost it on his own there. Looks like he went in there a little bit too hot. And ended up overshooting the second chicane coming to the start-finish line. Coming up to around the 20-minute mark, so about 10 minutes left. Yeah. Oh! And Miles Johnson gets together with Trevor Levine. He totally missed the braking zone for that first turn, or second turn. Let's take a look at this. Here he goes, diving in the turn, just totally overdrives it, spins out, makes heavy contact with Trevor Levine. Trevor Levine able to save it. Miles Johnson was not, and ended up in the sand trap. But that is going to cost them a lot of time to Rashad Metz and Donnie Wu, so they will gain a bunch of time on these drivers that are racing hard behind them from 3rd on back. Miles Johnson now has lost that 4th spot and now dropped back to 6th. And Michael Shoemaker has filled in that 4th spot, now right behind Trevor Levine. None of these drivers really close enough to help each other on a straightaway, and with Rashad Metz pushing Donnie Wu, that's just going to lengthen their lead even more. It looks like they're going to try to fight a little bit. Coming out of the first chicane, side by side down the straightaway. A little rubbing right there, coming out of the chicane. They go into the second chicane on the back stretch. Donnie Wu makes up a good bit of ground there. But he loses a tad on exit, I think. Side by side now, coming into the hard hairpin off the backstretch. And Rashad Metz just going to tuck in behind Donnie Wu. But now he looks like he might be trying to make a pass. And these three, as Michael Shoemaker just totally overshoots the corner and ends up in the sand trap. These four back here racing really hard, which is not helping them catch the leaders at all. Rashad Metz and Donnie Wu are sure loving to see them race hard behind them. They might be able to do a little bit of hard racing themselves if they can get out to a big enough lead. Almost some teamwork going on here between the number 24 car and the BMW of Donnie Wu. Rashad Metz grew up in a football family outside of Irmo, South Carolina, and he's been wanting to be a race car driver all his life in the real world, but he is doing it. He's getting it done here in the virtual world. What a season it's been for him. His worst finish has been 4th. Other than that, it's been all podium finishes for this entire season, including 2 wins. And he has 5 career wins in the weekly series. So an excellent driver here in the Gran Turismo Online League. One of the best, if not the all-time best. He is number 1 on the all-time wins list for the Gran Turismo Online League, and at 7 wins from his 5 in the weekly series and 2 wins in the touring series. Miles Johnson sits second on that board with 5 wins in the weekly series. And behind, a little nudge there. With about 7 minutes remaining here in the race, starting to winner, these two are going to start racing each other hard. They've been pushing each other hard here, helping each other out to get a lead. But when push comes to shove, will they be going for points, since these are first and second in the points? Really big moment there by Rashad Metz. Will he be able to complete the pass? Side by side coming out of the chicane. Still side by side down the straightaway, allowing this group behind him to catch him. But they're still racing hard, and they are pushing hard up front still. A line of 4 cars trying to catch 2 cars, but they have not been able to do it, because they are racing so hard in the second part of the track where there's a lot of turns. They've been racing very hard there and very hard at the chicanes, while these two have been doing a great job at helping each other out and not messing each other up. To the hairpin, both of them into the gravel there. Here's a look now from the front bumper of the Corvette of Rashad Metz. Using all the rumble strips and the hot dog there, coming off the final turn. Now looking for the helmet camera for Rashad Metz. He goes to make a pass here. Oh, and they overbrake. Miles Johnson now in the third spot. With about 3 minutes to go, this could be the final lap of the race here. So will these two up front start battling hard for the win? If this is the final lap, side by side down the straightaway, Miles Johnson fighting hard for that third spot. Would be his second podium of the season, outside of the season best second place finish. Will these two behind him be able to catch him? Battling hard down the backstretch into the first chicane. Single file out for a second. Rashad Metz still on the bumper of Donnie Wu. And this most likely is going to be the final lap of the race. This is the race for the win. With about 2 minutes to go, it is unlikely that they will be able to make it around for another lap. Side by side for the lead. Coming into the second chicane, Rashad Metz now has the advantage coming out of the second chicane. How hard will they push it into the braking zone, into the chicane, is the real question. Trevor Levine has now moved back into the podium spot. He is tracking down the leaders, trying his best. This is the most time he has gained from them fighting hard. Trevor Levine could be able to get there in time. Oh, I'm pushing hard into the hairpin. Donnie Wu not able to get there. Still fighting back hard. Rashad Metz trying to hold him off. Nose to tail. Down the straightaway. Trevor Levine is still on his way to the front. He is gaining time now since these two are racing. It will be the final lap. This is the race for the win right here. Side by side. Donnie Wu on the outside. Rashad Metz on the inside. Diving into the turn. Synchronized braking almost. Pushed out wide goes Rashad Metz. Big moment. He's able to save it. This is the race for the win. The points leaders are battling out. But Trevor Levine is tracking them down. So is Miles Johnson in first spot. Miles Johnson and Trevor Levine are closing in on the leaders, battling hard. We are coming up into the final few turns of the race. Who is it going to be? Will these two be able to hold them off? Or will Trevor Levine and Miles Johnson be able to get there in time? Side by side again for the lead. Donnie Wu takes the lead again from Rashad Metz. Going into the S's, here they come, out of the S's, into the final chicanes. Trevor Levine is there. Will he be able to get there in time? Here comes Miles Johnson in fourth. Trevor Levine sends it into the chicane. And here they come out of the final turn. Donnie Wu's gonna get it done. And Trevor Levine grabs second spot. What a finish there. Let's take another look at that one. Dives into the final chicane. Rashad Metz gets loose off the corner, and Trevor Levine gets it done. Miles Johnson gets fourth place, and Commander Cody gets fifth, and Michael Schumacher gets sixth.